In Florida, 3 men are recovering from a terrifying plane crash on a residential street. Shortly after taking off from a Fort Lauderdale airport on Monday, pilot Charles Riggs noticed a problem with one of the engines in his World War II era cargo plane. He quickly decided to crash land the plane and incredibly managed to avoid hitting any houses or even cars in the neighborhood. Riggs, his co-pilot and a passenger managed to escape the burning wreckage. And Mr. Riggs joins us from Holy Cross Hospital in Fort Lauderdale. Good morning, Mr. Riggs. How you feeling?
Great.
Well, I'm so glad after your ordeal. I know you hurt some ligaments in your knee there, and I hope you feel better soon. Now, tell us what happened. Right after you took off, you noticed one of the engines burning. Is that right?
Well, we had a definite problem with the left engine, and she was leaking oil quite profusely. She lost power, and we had to act and do something, to try and stay up.
You knew you had to land immediately, and when you were looking for a place to land, why did you choose 56th Street there in that neighborhood? What was going through your mind?
Well, there's a highway close to the airport called Commercial Avenue, and it was just, loaded with cars coming and going from work, and it was a less populated highway or road, and we went for it.
And this plane has a pretty wide wingspan, right? 95 feet. So you needed somewhere that was fairly wide. And I understand that it's lined also with tall palm trees. So describe the landing. Did the trees help you at all slow down the plane?
Absolutely. It's a bushy type of a tree, not a palm tree. And we were happy that it was there, actually, because, it's one of the things you study when you're a pilot, and they absorb the shock.
How did you manage to avoid hitting any houses or even cars? People said that was miraculous.
Well, she weighs 30,000 pounds. We, lined up with the road, and I guess inertia helped, maybe God as well. And we stayed pretty much dead center.
I understand that you've been
one of my better landings.
One of your better landings, you said?
Not one of my better landings.
Oh, not one of your better landings, but a safe landing for all concerned. You've been a pilot over 40 years, right? You flew copters in Vietnam, so I'm sure that experience helped a lot.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Now,
Sure.
I understand that you were pulled from the wreckage right before the plane caught on fire. Do you know who because you lost consciousness, do you know who rescued you?
Yeah, we were dazed. We really weren't unconscious. I mean, I remember things happening. I just, the co-pilot had hurt his back at an earlier injury and was off from flying for about a week. So we were back flying again, and he went out through the escape hatch, and I was next. And it's about a 10, 12-foot drop to the ground.
Wow.
Pat and another young fella grabbed us, and away we went.
Well, I'm so glad.
It was a little hot.
I'm so glad you're okay, and I'm sure you'll be back up in the air as soon as you're feeling better.
Absolutely.
Charles Riggs, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Great job.
Sure. Thank you.